Patience is not indifference. Actually, it means caring very much, but being willing, nevertheless, to submit to the will of the Lord and to the process of time. That's a quote by Neal A. Maxwell, a former president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it's a quote that I've crafted my life after, and a quote that I have been able to enact and learn a lot from. My name is Taylor Rout. I'm from Conway, Arkansas, but I'm currently a BYU student at Brigham Young University in Provo, and I'm majoring in public relations. I'm the oldest of 3 children and was raised in the LDS Church by 2 incredible, wonderful, loving parents. And that gospel that they taught me in the home and that I was able to cultivate a testimony of is probably the most important thing in my life, other than my family. Those are the 2 most important things to me. But today I kind of want to go back to that quote and tell you a story of a time that I really had to learn patience and endurance and perseverance, and a time that I got to see that faith in myself and in that process of time that Neal A. Maxwell mentions. And before I get into the actual story, some background. In high school, I was really good at school. Socially, I was pretty okay. I was pretty good at athletics, and I was fairly active, and I was pretty good at band. But in academics, I excelled, especially in the subject of math. I don't think I ever had less than 100 in a math course in school, and on the ACT I made a 36 on the math portion. I didn't miss a single question, and I was only a sophomore in high school at that time. So math is something that I really loved, and in high school I took several college math classes, and so when I got into Brigham Young University, because of my high score and because of those previous college classes that I took in high school, I knew I would never have to take a math class again. And I was, I knew I would miss math, but that was okay with me. It was one less class I would have to take, to be honest. And so I kind of went along. I went to BYU for 2 years, and then eventually came to the decision that it was time for me to transfer universities to go to somewhere that had, more opportunities for me. And so I found out that upon further research that I would have to take a college algebra class. And so I decided to enroll myself in a college algebra class thinking, oh, this will be easy. I will be able to ace this. I won't have any issues. And that was not the case. I got into the course and realized that I was no longer good at math. Math is no longer an area in which I had excelled. It was 4 years after high school, so I hadn't taken a math class in 4 years, and it was a real struggle for me. And I really had to practice patience. I get really easily frustrated, so I got frustrated really fast and really wanted to quit and just not even bother transferring and change my major and just quit this class altogether. But I knew that wasn't the right choice for me. So I had to do a lot of praying and a lot of soul searching, a lot of letting down my pride to be able to ask help from friends and from tutors. And eventually I got back into the swing of things, and I started doing better in the course, and I was able to succeed. But it brought me pretty low in my self-confidence. I thought, if I can't be good at this, which is something I've always been good at, what can I do really? And I really had to practice patience, and I really had to practice faith, and I really had to trust that the Lord had a plan for what He wanted me to do with my life. And taking that class and going through those, I made some really good friends, and I had some really good experiences, and it's something I'm forever grateful for. And patience is something I've had to learn a lot in my life. I served a mission for the LDS Church in the Nevada, Las Vegas West Mission, and it was a really hard time for me. I started out really sick, and then I got a companion who was really kind of mentally and verbally abusive, and I eventually had to come home for personal injury really early, and those were all really hard for me. But through all of those experiences with testing my patience, I was able to find the good in it. I was able to find those things that would help me. I was able to learn from the Lord those lessons that He wanted me to learn. And those are lessons that I will always take with me. Those are things that have helped me build my character and helped me become the person I am today. And it's something that my parents always taught me, and it's something I'll forever be grateful for. And my life has never been perfect. It isn't perfect now, and it never will be. But I know that I can do my best to be perfect and to practice patience, because one thing that the gospel in my family has taught me, and practicing patience has taught me, all these lessons have taught me, is I know who I am, I know why I'm here, and I know where I'm going after this life, and I know what my end goal is, and I appreciate that. And I know that as long as we trust in the Lord and we have that patience, as long as I have that patience, everything will work out just as it should.